With average London house prices smashing through the £400,000 barrier, the pressure for people to get a foot on the property ladder before it's too late has never been so intense.
Even with the Bank of Mum and Dad backing Jess, there's still disappointment.
When I go to a repossessed one-bedroom flat in Forest Gate and I've learned that a Chinese investor was there yesterday and is prepared to offer cash to buy the property, it just doesn't seem right.
Saturday morning in Walthamstow, a two-bed garden flat is about to sell. Guide price £280,000. Buyers have one 40-minute group viewing to make up their minds.
We had 47 booked. We still got a few people waiting to come. My apologies. All right, thank you. Spill over from other areas, Hackney, Stoke Newington of the property market has rocketed.
This is a very average street in a not-so-trendy part of Hackney. 25 years ago, you could have bought a place here for £60,000. Today, they're worth £750,000. These simple houses have gone up, on average, £530 every single week for a quarter of a century. With many homeowners now left to joke they earn more from their homes than their jobs, what hope for those trying to clamber onto the property ladder?
And a lot of people are coming from those areas, can't obviously afford there, so they're looking at Walthamstow and Leighton.
Later, we'll meet the winner of this Walthamstow bidding war. All three of our first-time buyers are being pushed further out. With a joint income of £55,000, Louise and Nick's £250,000 budget pushes them further east by the month.
No, black cat crosses your path, that's bad luck. The prices were increasing on a daily basis to full-blown £20,000 difference than a month ago. So we've gone from Walthamstow to Leighton, Leytonstone, Forest Gate, and so did everyone else. Oh look, the bus goes to Walthamstow.
So the next stop is Plaistow, a place they've never even been before, let alone dreamed of living in.
Yeah. Well, let's look at the rest of it, and then it's got a lot of potential.
Yeah. We've spent over 3 years saving up for something that we want it to be right. We don't want to make a compromise on such a big decision.
I don't know.
We've lived all our lives in this city, and we love the city. We've been born and brought up in it, and we feel like we're being shut out.
This is it. A building site next to 3 tiers of traffic and the rather bleak Bow flyover. At $326,000 for a riverside one-bed, it's no option for our first-time buyers. The brochure claims it's 20 minutes from Buckingham Palace. If you do get a royal invite, be warned. TfL says it's 54 minutes door-to-door.
Well, you got to have that property over there.
Back in London, with so many struggling to buy, investment homes standing empty could become very embarrassing.
I have responsibility for housing and development in the council.
This Islington councillor claims he has evidence it's already happening here at the luxury Bezier building on Old Street, where flats go for over £1 million.
I think it's really galling, it's really insulting to Londoners who need somewhere to live and work.
These are the views. Inside these very plush apartments, Bezier say they know of only 4 empty flats. Can you stop people buying one of these and then leaving it empty?
No, we can't. No, we can't. But the fact of the matter is that that is not what is happening here. The facts are here to be seen when you physically spend the time in the development and you see who lives here and who is here on a day-to-day basis.
You don't go by the figures that he has gathered from Islington Council?
Most certainly not.
As we rise above the showroom, the developer warns Londoners to be very careful what they wish for.
Your traditional London purchaser, in Mount Amble's experience, did not buy off plan. A building like this, which was idle for, I think, about 3 years, 27 stories, ugly concrete frame, without those forward sales, this building would not have been restarted. We think it's a win-win, and there's about 70 affordable homes here as well.
That's 2 houses, £150 please.
It's a cruel twist that many investment apartments will be rented out to the Londoners now priced out of buying.
I'm going to be 30 in 6 months' time. I don't want to be paying off someone else's mortgage, I want to pay my own mortgage. I'm now looking in Forest Gate, which is an area that is, for want of a better term, up and coming.
Is there much crime around here?
Huh? So this is the one that I'm going to see on Saturday, and it looks quite nice actually, if you have a look.
It does, but you've got 5 minutes. You've got a 5-minute slot to see it. Text us by 5 o'clock.
Well,
and it's just, the pressure is just unbelievable on you.
They're just out of my price range, really.
The truth, I'm just going to have to help her financially. I mean, I got friends who say, oh, we stood on our own 2 feet, we were set on the housing ladder, and we get going, and no one gave us any help. Well, I don't think that's a realistic approach or a fair approach to adopt now. I think actually we've just been really lucky. It is incredible that my daughter's now priced out of Walthamstow.
Priced out and moving on. Their cunning plan to steal a lead in the Wild East and the new railroad coming to Forest Gate.
I really think once Crossrail comes to Forest Gate, people are going to start to realise the value of Crossrail.
For the short journey between Green Park and Oxford Circus.
Londoners haven't seen a completely new tube line since the opening of the Victoria way back in 1969.
Crossrail is the single biggest driver.
And buying along the line.
Absolutely.
London's rapid new east-west connection, paid for by British taxpayers and London business, and shaping where Mr. Liang invests £1 million.
They're not living with the roadworks, they're not living with the signs and all the rest of it. They just think, wow, in 5 years, that's only going to be 15 minutes away, and at the moment, it's nearly an hour. There's always been foreign investment in London, always.
Thames. Areas once considered pretty rough are now seeing luxury developments £900,000 and up per apartment. It seems absurd to local residents, and some experts are also getting worried.
The people who possibly could get hurt in this are those looking to use debt to buy homes to live in that have been pushed further and further and further out into London.
The Londoners, basically.
The Londoners.
Snared in a bubble or miss out on the 11% rise predicted for London property this year. A frightening game, and our players are intent on taking that chance. But with the world also rolling the dice on their home, it isn't going to be easy. Louise and Nick have a sealed bid in on their new frontier, Plaistow. Jez and Dad had an offer accepted and await bank approval. After discovering he could only buy a boat for under 100,000, Tom now plans to buy with a friend.
It's tough for the buyers. Yeah, we do feel sorry for them.
And Leanne, winner of that crazy sealed bid, was dumped. The owner put it back on the market for yet another 10 grand more. Why? Because for now, he can.